folks. Let's just say it. This wasn't a good weekend to be a fan of either the Orange or the Bills. Yes, it was the weekend of shame. Do-doom, do-doom, do-doom. Womp. 'Cause that's exactly what we have to say for SU football, SU basketball, and Buffalo Bills football. But first, let's start with both Syracuse teams. Yeah, the football team had a chance to go down and rally to the cause. If we could beat the Wolfpack down there and rally to the cause. Well, we didn't rally to the cause. Our offense definitely is looking stale, much like a Doritos after you leave them out for 2 days. You ever try to have 2-day-old Doritos exposed to the air? Bleh. That's exactly the way the offense looks, especially if we can't get a passing game going. And Dino Babers was supposed to be the coach to bring basketball on grass to the Carrier Dome or wherever he played. The passing game definitely looks like it's stuck in neutral, like a stick shift that's got a broken transmission. There we go. That's exactly what that engine sounds like right now. Seems all we can depend on is Schrader and Tucker. And by the way, kudos to Tucker for breaking Joe Morris's single-season rushing record for Syracuse. And of course, Joe Morris tweeted his congratulations. High praise from an all-time Orange great. But you know, Tucker, kudos to him. He's decided maybe to go his own way. He doesn't want the 44, he wants the 34. Maybe we can make the 34 a number that may be a thing of praise because the 44 is actually retired. But let's go for the 4s, shall we? You know what? It was another stale outing by the football team. Another result, losing 41-17 to the Wolfpack. And guess who we got coming into the Dome for the regular season finale? Pitt and Kenny Pickett. And of course, they've already wrapped up their division of the ACC. But you know, I think Pitt wants more. Pitt has dominated Syracuse in recent times on the gridiron. Who's to say the Panthers probably are going to do it again? Of course, Kenny Pickett right now is a dark horse for the Heisman Trophy. Of course, you know what happens with a dark horse. It's Black Beauty. Or it's the Black Stallion running along the beach. Enough of the movies. Let's go, SU football. Of course, are we going to be as stale as 3-day-old chips? We'll see. And speaking of a weekend of shame, how about the Syracuse basketball team? It's unthinkable that yearly we always brush our teeth with Colgate. This time, Colgate decided to brush us. They decided to brush with Orange. Doesn't have quite the flavor of toothpaste, but oh well. For the first time since Jim Boeheim was a freshman, guess what? Colgate decided to get hot, especially from three-point range. You know what? That raises serious issues about Syracuse's defense. Why didn't they go man-to-man? You know, the 2-3 zone has proven at times it cannot defend the three-point shot. And I mean, Colgate got hot, really hot. When in the beginning of the game, I thought SU was going to walk over Colgate like they usually do. But of course, Colgate's coach, Langle, has definitely built a pretty good program there in Hamilton, along with all the historic homes. But you know what? Colgate usually, they're fodder for the Orange. This time, they weren't fodder. hanging 100 points on the orange. You know what I have to say to Syracuse? Nice defense. Way to go. Sucked! That's all I have to say about their defense. And with a big tournament coming up, you gotta wonder about their defense. Because guess what? It's Thanksgiving, and it's the Battle for Atlantis. Cue the spaghetti western music. We will fight. All right, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I should go to that part of Spain that looks like desert, where they filmed all those spaghetti western movies. But I digress. It's the Battle for Atlantis, and we start against Virginia Commonwealth. And if we get past them, guess what, on Thanksgiving Day, it could be the defending national champions. That's right, Baylor could be in our crosshairs. Then we'll really see what Syracuse basketball's all about. And of course, after the Battle for Atlantis, we got the Hoosiers coming to the Carrier Dome court. Now is the time really when Syracuse has to show its mettle, and it can't play defense like it did against Colgate. Now, let's go to part 3 of the Weekend of Shame. Boy, Buffalo, you thought you were going to be the badasses of the AFC. Guess what? You were bad asses against former Bill Frank Reich and the Indianapolis Colts. Their offense pushed you around, knocked you around, and shoved you up against the wall, much like they did in NASCAR. And I'm hearing Harry Gant going, oh hell, here we go again. As you know what? Josh Allen, again, mistake prone. You can't give the ball away 4 times and expect to win. Boy, did we get manhandled by the Colts. And of course, their young running back hung 5 touchdowns. That's right, 5 touchdowns. I don't think any Colt pushed us around more than like with Peyton Manning or even Lydell Mitchell. Look that up in your historic NFL thing. But I digress. What a game, Bills. Not! And of course, on Thanksgiving night, we got to go down to New Orleans and take on some Saints. But you know, I don't see any halos above anybody's head. I don't see Michael the Archangel and his wings. You know what? Michael the Archangel and his wings have got to protect the Bills. I digress. Are we the best team in the AFC right now? Not. But guess who's taking the lead in the AFC East? Bill Belichick and our old nemesis, the Patriots. You think the tide had turned? Guess what? Belichick's working his magic again. But how much longer? It's like with Tom Brady. How much longer are we going to be tortured by Belichick or Brady? And guess who's on the horizon, Buffalo? It's Brady. Well, you know what? Enough of that weekend of shame. You know what's going to be starting this week? High school basketball. And of course, the Miners girls start with the Red Jacket tournament on Friday. And let's see if this Miners girls has what it takes. They've got an interesting and impressive looking team. And of course, they play Red Jacket on Friday. And you know what? I had a red jacket. Doesn't fit me anymore. But I digress. But I will say about the Waterloo basketball team. They're returning a lot of their core members from a team that won the Section 5 title. You know, this is going to be an interesting high school basketball season, girls and boys. And of course, to all of you ladies, I salute you, like I do at work when they come off of their practice. But I digress. It's going to be an interesting basketball season. And from me to all the viewers out there, have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much turkey, as you know what? You might gobble away, or you might not be like a Charlie Brown, hey, he can't serve turkey. He can serve pretzels. He can serve popcorn. He can serve toast. And of course, Snoopy can handle it, along with the best of him. And of course, when you watch the special, you'll hear sound effects. That's all for now. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.